So this video was recorded at the Flying J truck stop near Charleston, Missouri. There were no airports around, was not within 5 miles of an airport. So it was a legal flight. It was kind of back behind the truck stop. I'll show the truck stop a little bit later in the video. So something interesting happened. I raised the spark all the way to the maximum altitude, still in beginner mode here, on the app, controlling with my smartphone, and it attracted the attention of a bird. And so coming up here in just a few seconds, about 50 seconds, we're going to see a bird. There, you saw it along the bottom. You saw it again and again along the top, again and again. And there it was again. It was really trying to intimidate the drone, and I guess it succeeded, because at this point I started lowering the altitude. I didn't want the bird kind of messing up my $500 drone, so after I lowered the altitude somewhat, the bird seemed happy. So I guess it succeeded in intimidating me anyway. So I lowered it a little bit, and then the bird just seemed to, I guess its mission was accomplished at that point. So in any case, what we're looking at is Interstate 57, and there is the Flying J truck stop. It was about I don't know, it was probably about 7:45 at this point. The sun had kind of already pretty much gone down, and it was kind of getting into the twilight type hours. It wasn't quite there yet, but it was rapidly approaching it. And so you can see the truck stop there, and then there's some cornfields right around the truck stop. Of course, this is a rural area in Missouri, fairly flat, not too far from the Mississippi River, and very obviously very agricultural. There's some sort of, I don't know what those, I guess those are silos there of some sort that are right next to the truck stop. Don't know exactly what they do. I don't know a whole lot about farming, obviously. I know about trucking. So we're just kind of moving the gimbal up and down, looking the area over. And so here I'm beginning to lower the altitude a little bit more. And so let's see what I do next, because quite frankly, I don't remember. There you see a truck that was pulling out of one of the spaces. It's kind of partially hidden by the metal silo, whatever it is. So we come down, and there you see me kind of controlling the drone. So I rotated around, and at this point we're just kind of looking at the area here kind of behind the truck stop. Now I don't know if this area actually belongs, perhaps it belongs to the farmer, or maybe it belongs to the truck stop. I don't know, but I would think that those silos would belong to the farmer. I don't, but in any case, I sort of experimented a bit with flying kind of over the top of the corn. So of course I had the obstacle avoidance on. Of course the Spark has forward obstacle avoidance, and it will make a fairly loud beeping noise if it detects something in front of it. But so I was fairly successful at kind of keeping anything out of its path that it would detect. But I was still close enough, flying close enough to the corn where you can actually see that the propellers on the drone are actually kind of rustling the corn. I guess those are leaves a little bit. So just kind of practicing flying over the top of the edge of the cornfield, and so I make several maneuvers, kind of flying, kind of going up, raising it up a little bit, and going back down a little bit, and just generally experimenting with the flight control. And I'm becoming more familiar with what each one of them does. And again, once I actually get the physical controller with the physical joystick buttons, I think that will be much easier to fly smoothly, obviously, as opposed to the virtual joystick buttons on the phone. So practicing again, kind of flying over the tops of the corn. Now I'm going to lower it and kind of fly close to the ground, kind of flying a little. I don't know exactly how high it was, but it was fairly close to the ground at this point. And I was just kind of flying around there. I stepped out of the way a little bit, because I do not actually trust myself, although the forward collision avoidance hopefully wouldn't let me hit myself, actually. So just kind of playing around a little bit. Now I'm flying back over the corn somewhat. Now once I actually get the controller, I'll be able to fly farther distances, and be a little bit more confident with it. So the video, we're coming close to the end now, and so I'm getting ready to bring the drone in for a landing. So we should see it beginning to lower here in just a moment. So lowering down, about to land. Join me in the next video.